Hey, what's up, guys? We are the Ecological Benefits Framework Network of Trust. What's the predicament? It's a lack of coordination for interconnected global challenges. Sustainable development goals are great, but how do we achieve them? It's hard for funders and contributors to discover projects, and it's hard to verify and communicate impact benefits. It's clunky and costly to incentivize participation. So we have the solution. Create an open registry for attestations, projects, impacts, and certifiers. Make it easy to register projects, claim ecological benefits, and reward contributors. Make it easy to discover projects and their impact based on their trust in the network. And leverage the EBF as a Rosetta Stone for impact. So what is the EBF? It's a verbal, visual, and machine-readable language for impact. Here we have a high-level overview of the two main components of our app. We have a discoverable impact projects dashboard and the decentralized trust network built on attestations. Off to the demo. Let's take a look. So here we have the discoverable impact projects dashboard, where you can see all the projects that have been registered in the protocol. And for each project, you can see it's claimed and attested to impact benefits. The higher the trust score, the higher the opacity of the benefits there. Here we see the registration process. If you want to post projects and attest to impact, you register on the project with your wallet. Here we have the project creation interface. We're going to create a permaculture DAO in regenerative financing. We're going to claim some impact benefits, and we're going to upload an image. What we do for a project registry is we use an 1155 smart contract where each project is a token ID on that contract, and each project has tags which represent the impact benefits. So once your project has been added to the registry, you can go back over to the dashboard. This is just signing the transaction. Let's jump back to the dashboard. OK, so once you're on the dashboard, you can explore projects. You can go to your own project. You can add new impact benefits as an attestation. And you can go to any project. And for any impact benefit, you can add a trust score. So you can pick, in this case, cleaner air on this project, give a trust score of 9, and attest to that. And we can see that the opacity of that icon has been increased there. Let's take a look at the profile page where we can see our username and our Gitcoin passport score. For Sybil resistance, we use Gitcoin passport score to make sure that every user on the app is authenticated. Also, we just missed it, but in our profile, we can airdrop anyone who has attested to our projects. So we have this built-in incentivization mechanism to incentivize attestations. Here we see the rendered network graph. This is the social trust graph. We have projects, attesters, and certifiers. So certifiers are attesting to attesters. And every time you attest, you assign a trust score, and that trust propagates through the network, ultimately resulting in the trust score for each project. And here we have the certification interface. So that's the demo, and I'm going to hand it over to Darren to take it from here.
Yeah, thanks. So as you just saw, what we're essentially doing is weaving a web of impact to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. And we're using this ecological benefits framework as a handshake for connecting the various change holders and providing unique fingerprints of impact. Thank you.
In terms of the Sybil resistance with Gitcoin passport, I'm just curious, what is the threshold that you're looking for there? Is there like a certain score or yeah?
Yeah, it's recommended to use 20 for now, but we can add like a variable score, so each project can choose their like a minimum threshold for passport score.
Yeah, and it was kind of just like something that was off the shelf that we could use, but this is something that like people could define their own criteria for different attestation, different certification levels. It's like an open system, so people could. This is just something that we use, but people could have other criteria based on like different attestations.
Cool.
So, are you using photos to prove this? How can you be sure that that photo in that place? I saw some photos over there. photographs are using this? How can I be sure that that photo is in that place? How can I be sure about that?
Right.
Yeah, so our solution would be good for that because it could be an attestation. So you can attest negative scores too. So someone could attest and say, hey, I went to this place, this image is fake. Or someone could go there and see it and attest, give a high trust score, and say, yep, this is indeed a real image.
Could you think about some kind of, when you are like uploading this to get the localization of that, like a GPS localization?
Yeah, I mean, it could be done through attestations as well. The attestation process is really general, so someone could attest to locations.
Yeah, this can be good.
I know it's hard to measure real-world impact, and I think there's other networks that have done this, like Regen, stuff like that. And I think having that social score is like the key for this. So just a comment there, I think great job.
In terms of UI, I think the dashboard UI is not very traditional UI. So I think during the onboarding process, when you onboard somebody new, I think it will be really important to provide that context, especially I know if you go through submitting the project, then you will see all the icons, but as a new user going into the flow, I see all these icons, but I don't necessarily know exactly what that means. So I think onboarding will be really important process. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. One of the things we wanted to do was integrate AI as a way for people to easierly onboard and to navigate, because there's 6 main categories, but then there's like 250 other subcategories. So it's a rich kind of language, but we want to simplify it for people.
It did seem like you guys built out a very extensive UI. What was that starter kit project you used?
So basically, it's a bubble UI package. So I was just using that, and we have used scaffolding.
All right. That's a wrap.
Good build, guys. Good build. Keep
Thank
building.
you.
Yeah, good work.
Thank you.
All right. Up next is Be Fit.